it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question I have is, sometimes I can't stay awake long enough to eat my last meal right before bed. When I'm ready to go to sleep, it's too early to eat again, but I'm worried I'm missing those last grams of protein. Will that hinder my muscle growth? What are your thoughts? Well, I recommend for most people to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. So if you're going to bed earlier, chances are you might be waking up earlier. So, I would eat the time that you're awake. So wake up, immediately have breakfast, and then every 2 to 3 hours after that, have another meal. Keep your portions small, but there's a range of protein to eat if you're trying to gain lean muscle, and that can range anywhere from 1 gram to 1.25, 1.5. So if you're missing 20 grams, is it going to make or break you? Chances are no, but if you can get at least 5 or 6 meals in each day, that should be sufficient enough. The next question is, I'm curious about your personal training style. I've tried everything to motivate 2 of my clients to stay on track, but they keep coming up with excuses to skip our workouts. Busy week, fatigue, lack of time. I want them to succeed, but I'm at a loss. How do you get your clients back on track while staying firm, setting expectations, yet being empathetic? Help, please. This is a question I get a lot from men and women. How do I get motivated again? What can I do to get motivated? Well, motivation comes from within. So you can give somebody the tools to get in shape, to eat healthy, to exercise, but if they don't want to do it themselves, it doesn't matter. You can have the best coach, the best education, but if you don't put it to work, nothing's going to change. So in a situation like that, I would sit down with my clients and I would just say, look, if I feel like I'm caring more about your goals than you are. I'm always there if there's something that I can do to help you further your goal, because right now it seems like you have other priorities, and if you really want to see results, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort into your training and kind of see what is restricting them. Maybe they can work out earlier or later, or maybe they don't like the meal plan they've been given. Maybe they are just stuck. So I would probably sit down and have a heart-to-heart and see if that helps clear things up. I wouldn't wait too long, because they're probably starting to fade more and more away. So let me know how that goes. Hi Nicole, do you believe in cheat meals and days? If so, what would you class as a cheat? I can't believe what some rubbish people eat. Good luck at the New York Pro. Well, thank you very much. There are many different views as far as cheat meals or cheat days, or when to have them and how often and what should you eat. There is no right or wrong way. It really depends on your body type, your mental, for some people, having a cheat meal throws them completely off and they can't stop. So for myself, I really don't have planned cheats. I just save them for special occasions, holidays, that kind of thing. So that would be the time that I would have desserts and stuff that's out of my realm. But there are some times where I'll go out to eat, and obviously the portion's bigger, or I may have a piece of bread or something out of the norm. And that would be considered a cheat for me too. But a cheat meal doesn't always have to be like pizza or a processed food. It could be just a larger portion or a food outside of your normal diet. So if you don't normally have steak on your diet, maybe a steak and potato would be your cheat meal. Or if you really love oatmeal, having a larger oatmeal with some peanut butter and a fruit would be something that you normally wouldn't have in a meal. That portion size for whatever. So a cheat meal can be anything you want that's a little higher in calories than you normally would have. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be bad food. But as far as whether or not you need to have them every week, I don't believe you need to have them. I personally try to avoid processed foods as often as possible. So Hopefully that helps. Hi Nicole, do you have any tips or tricks for flaring your lats for figure? Also, what are your favorite exercises for this area? I'm working on improving my back pose. Thank you. Well, some exercises to help improve the lats, which is right here. It's giving you that V taper when you do your figure pose. It also gives the illusion of a smaller waist. Pull-ups or wide grip pull-downs, wide grip, anything really will work the lats. As far as helping you learn how to flare your lats, contact me for Skype posing and I'd be more than happy to help you out. And the last question I have is, does it matter if I use frozen vegetables instead of fresh veggies? Not really. Obviously fresh vegetables are the better choice, but if you're in a rush and frozen vegetables are more convenient, then as long as they don't have extra sauce or sodium added, I use them fairly often because they're super easy. I just put it in a pot with hot water, or if you absolutely need to, heat it in the microwave. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to get a little bit more nutritional value if they're fresh and you fresh cut them and they haven't been, in a freezer for a long time. That would be the better option, but in some cases, frozen vegetables are just as good. Okay, that's all I have for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on Facebook, and I will be here every Friday to answer them for you. Until next week, keep living the fit life.